Okay, so it's been a while. I'm back in the chair and no, I'm not dead. It's going to take a lot more than that to get rid of me. I was going to make a "I kept you waiting, huh" joke from Metal Gear, but Hello there Rex already did that before I could do it during his hiatus. Anyway, let's talk about a couple of GCC drops that happened while I was gone. We've got a ton of minifigures to cover this time around, so just stick with me here. By far, the strongest figures in this wave to me is the 91st Reconnaissance Grunt Pack alongside Neo. I'd say 91st Recon fans are eating well. We've got a 91st Airborne, Heavy, and Sharpshooter. These are all part of Neo's clone battalion and are all unique in their own way with different core design strengths that play well into their figure's design. First off, the Airborne uses GCC's mainstay replica Airborne helmet that is damn near identical to the official one that LEGO has had in long-standing production since 2013. With the introduction of the 212 Trooper Battle Pack. GCC continues to use their own master mold with a dynamic lip insignia print on the right side of the helmet. Fellow recon soldiers like the Sharpshooter play into GCC's design strengths of using their own in-house pauldrons to represent the Sharpshooter ranking. Something I'm more enthusiastic about is the usage of the official Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet with the current visor mold, rather than using their own replica helmet. Same can be said for their 91st Heavy, which also comes with a proper Kama and official helmet. Neo I'm less thrilled about because I was hoping he'd have been made into the batch of figures that utilized official helmets. Regardless of this though, this print and design overall is just awesome. I can tell they use the same template as Fordo for the visor print. It's kind of shocking that another company hasn't stepped up to the plate to make a proper pad-printed 2020 style Neo, given the popularity of the Lips Legion overall. This one is super special to me, so I thought I'd talk about this more for a hot minute. This is the rebirth of the original 2011 Horn Company Trooper that came in Phase 1 Clone War style in the Variety Clone Trooper Battle Pack. The original Battle Pack came with an ARF Trooper, some Bomb Squad Troopers, and a single Horn Company Trooper. It's by far the most colorful and varied battle pack produced by LEGO, and probably something we won't see again for a long time if LEGO ever decides to remake it. GCC has done a wonderful remaster of the Horn Company, and in the past has made 2 versions of the Bomb Squad Troopers. I don't know about you, but this battle pack was one of my favorites as a kid, so seeing this as a remaster is just unleashing some vivid memories of the Clone Wars era. I tend to really like the unpopular figures during these releases, so out of all these figures I'm covering, these will for sure still be available by the time this video is up. Bomb Squad and Horn Company Troopers are available in troves, regardless of the reseller site you're buying from. Well yeah, I know Halloween has passed and I just couldn't not speak about this figure because it's one of the more playful designs that GCC has done as one of their own rare original works. This figure design was created in-house by GCC, apart from the custom Kama trim which was done by Speedy, another community member and designer who has worked on some GCC elements behind the scenes. Also known for their work on the Christmas Twins and a few of the limited edition Minecraft head replacers. Nevertheless, I am getting sidetracked here. While it isn't Halloween anymore, I mean, you gotta love this figure. It's based on the Hasbro Black series that was released in tandem with the Halloween season. Sticking with the dark theme of troopers, and while not necessarily clones, the Purge Troopers are yet another exceptional design created by GCC, slated as one of their more premium releases, featuring a custom trim Kama, pauldron, and that same GCC replica Airborne helmet that just feels so premium and can be almost mistaken for LEGO. There are supposedly multiple, around 4 other designs that are going to be released representing different Purge Trooper rankings, which I will probably cover in more detail once those are released. These figures are perfect alongside LEGO's official Cal Kestis and even Quiet Brickhouse's Inquisitor Cal. I was really looking forward to putting these guys side by side, and it's sort of an itch that I felt needed to be scratched when it came to Jedi Fallen Order. A way overlooked IP that has some potential for great designs translated into the LEGO style. I will mention though that this release was sort of problematic because there was a defect that the Purge Trooper units came with arm cracks. This, however, was mitigated at the same time, with replacement arms being issued and shipped out around the same time that the customers purchased the figures. Even my review units came cracked, but they also did have replacement units shipped with them, which is pretty standard even for regular consumers who purchased these figures. Okay, now here's something interesting. While I know it's not necessarily super lore accurate to do this, but I'm a big fan of how the replacement arms look on TIE pilots and Imperial officers. There's just something that feels super refined and intimidating about TIE pilots with Imperial insignia. It also replicates the UCS TIE Interceptor pilot, which has the arm print insignia and combat pouches. While I have said in past videos that GCC focuses a lot on prequels content for its minifigs, Melnick Edits, a designer I mention a lot on this channel, is planning to release a wave of Imperial officer torsos, which I believe are a lieutenant and general respectively. While not a super revolutionary or super colorful release, I would like to see GCC create more Imperial customs in the future because honestly it's a very untapped market in the custom space. I used random stormtrooper heads in place for these generic Imperial officers. They fit pretty well alongside official Imperials, which is to be expected at the level of detail Melnick puts into these designs. Okay, with the Imperial stuff out of the way, which I know tends to be very drab and not very colorful, we're back to clones. The 5th Fleet has seen a dual release this time around with both a generic 5th Fleet Grunt and an airborne trooper. I never really looked into the lore and why these guys exist, but they seem to be a clone force that prevented boarding parties on capital ships. While these clones aren't canon, I don't see why they couldn't be. They're a fresh take on a relatively obscure clone legion in the 2020 style. If you've ever played Battlefront 2, you'll recognize the dark red jet trooper. This design seems to follow a similar design pattern to LEGO's 501st Jet Trooper, with some enhanced design strengths like arm printing and more consistent ribbed markings on the respirators. My only complaint here is that I wish that GCC or some other company could produce a dual mold or pad printed jetpack to fit with the Jet Trooper. While it is a great design, I just wish it had some more applicable accessories that were done in-house by GCC. Here are two non-clone figures that I'm excited to share: Purple Senate Gown Padme and a 2020 style robed Plo Koon. I think the debut of Plo Koon couldn't have come at a better time, with GCC releasing their V2 versions of Comet, Sinker, and Boost with replica helmets. Wolf is a fairly easy figure to obtain on the aftermarket, so you can pretty easily complete the Wolfpack squad. Plo Koon utilizes an official head and a sponge variant cape by LEGO. Compared to the outdated template from Plo Koon's last release over a decade ago, I'm glad GCC stepped up to the plate and created their own proper Plo Koon. Meanwhile, we've also received yet another and admittedly less exciting Padme. It's because she doesn't have the cleavage showing. In a formal purple Senate outfit. If I'm not wrong, this is yet another use of the official sponge cape by LEGO. I've got to say, the use of the medium purple or lavender arms and a skirt piece is something we don't really see that often with customs. The cape, hair bun element, and unique color really just sets this figure apart from other non-clone customs produced by GCC when compared to some of the more dull releases in the past waves. If you want to pick up some of these figures, you can use my discount code on both BricksandFigsDE and Tom the Builder's online shops to help support the channel. The entire Rancor battalion is in stock at Tom the Builder's online shop, and I'd recommend it if you want a great first impression with GCC. Anyways, that's all I have for now. I'll see you guys in the next video.